Computer vision syndrome, also referred to as digital eye strain, describes a group of eye and vision-related problems that result from prolonged computer, tablet, e-reader, and cell phone use. Many individuals experience eye discomfort and vision problems when viewing digital screens for extended periods. The level of discomfort appears to increase with the amount of digital screen use. Viewing a computer or digital screen often makes the eyes work harder. As a result, the unique characteristics and high vision demands of computer and digital screen viewing make many individuals susceptible to the development of vision-related symptoms. Uncorrected vision problems can increase the severity of computer vision syndrome or digital eye strain symptoms. Viewing a computer or digital screen is different than reading a printed page. Today on your favorite Health TV talk show, The Physicians, we'll be talking on computer vision syndrome. Do stay tuned. It's another day on your favorite Health TV talk show, The Physicians, where your health is our business. Today on the show, we're talking about computer vision syndrome. So this is the right time for you to call your neighbor, because this is going to be very, very interesting. My name is Dr. Memuna Yusuf Kadri, and of course, I'm never alone. I'm usually with my beautiful, delectable co-host.
My name is Dr. Martina Agbere. Welcome to your regular Health TV talk show, The Physicians, where your health is our business. I will always be our
business. Computer vision syndrome. You know, remember I saw, remember you wear glasses. I said,
It has nothing to do with my glasses.
I know, but there's something.
You understand what they said now? It's computer vision syndrome.
But you're always on the screen.
Digital eye
You're on the screen. You're always on the screen. Reading e-copy, reading this.
I'm excited you are saying this. I'm sure our viewers will agree that if you go on social media, the person you see the most, this is the Dr. May. He is the Dr. May you see every time on social media saying one thing or the other. Of course, you are always on social media.
And that is
and you are always there tracking your likes, your dislikes.
And that is good. Do you know the good thing about
so
this?
I should tell you about having the digital vision syndrome.
I know the good thing about the fact that, because Dr. May is a brand, Dr. May has a team. So Dr. May doesn't have to be on social media.
But you always follow. Yes. So no wonder you remember I referred you. So let's talk about the digital vision syndrome. Okay?
But this is a big issue as it is right now. Big issue because of, it's not only adults. My major worry with this computer vision syndrome are our adolescents. That age group that are so, the alpha generation, the Gen Zers following them, they are so ingrained in this digital savvy, world now that everything they do is all about technology.
Yes, the fact that you have said is more with the Gen Zs, right? I also want to tell you that the adults are not following suit because now they want to follow what their children are doing online.
But
so because of that, they want to
keep up with
it. And you find them, yes, and so they even spend more time there. What is she doing? Why you don't understand? So it actually has to.
But the thing is that this is the time for us to let the adults know you are already an adult. You are not an alpha generation or a Gen Z. So don't try to copy them. Rather be there to guide, support, and let them know the implication. And that's the reason why we have an expert.
Of course.
So let us not shout too much. We'll be right back after this time out. Do stay tuned.
Every day and in every way, enjoy that I find support. No matter the role you play, nutrient pack supplement for you and me. In your body, that I fight you.
Darvite nutritional supplement is loaded with essential multivitamins, minerals, and natural ingredients that helps you to be at your best. Darvite from LB Pharma. Darvite, love yourself.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's your favorite Health TV talk show, The Physicians, where your health is our business. Like I said earlier on, today we are focusing on computer vision syndrome. And of course, with us in the show is the amazing, beautiful She said, Gen Z, just take it from us. She said, Gen Z, you see, when you see her, you just know that we have doctors that are like walking encyclopedia. She's no other person than Dr. YEMISI Soyombo. She's the MD CEO of ICARE Family Vision Center. Dr. Yem, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Look at that Gen Z doctor. Looking pretty.
Elegant.
No, you can't catch her on French.
Can you even hear the voice?
No, we are noisemakers.
You're warning me so much, but I'm very, very happy to
I
be
really
here.
appreciate you.
I'm very happy to be here.
I'm happy because this topic is so dear to my heart. As a physician, as a mother, as a concerned Nigerian citizen, and being a host of the favorite health TV talk show in Nigeria, the physicians, this is pertinent and is the right topic as it is right now, computer vision syndrome.
Yeah.
So please, I want you to quickly first let us know, how does excessive screen time, because we're talking about screen,
Yeah.
you know, there you are, phone, tablet, whatever it is, it's all about screen these days. How does that excessive screen time, you know, affect our eyes, and what are the symptoms of digital eye strain?
Okay. So thank you for the question once again. And right now, everybody's on the screens.
We are here.
A lot of people now work from home. Whether you're working from home or you're working from your office, you're on the screen. If you're working on the go, you're on your phones. I know you mentioned something about even being a mother. So it's amazing that right now, my son is 7 and they do most of their schoolwork on the system. So even the kids are exposed to screen time, both at school and at home. You know, so
that can be exhausting.
Yeah, the excessive screen time is what causes the computer vision syndrome, or what we call the digital eye strain. Now, it's good to know that the blue light that emits from the computer has a higher energy than other colors. You know, so it causes, and it also has a shorter wavelength. So than the other colors that emits. So that's why it causes a lot of discomfort that I will talk about. So symptoms like a lot of times frontal headaches. Some people will say, oh, I'm having headaches, but it feels like it's in the front or it's in my eyes. Some people strain.
No, let's not even go into symptoms. And why I'm saying let's not even go into symptoms now, because I can see the beautiful eye looking at us. We are looking at it as it were, and it's good because we're talking about computer vision syndrome. It's good for our viewers to understand this structure of the eye.
Of the eye.
This eye, let's even know, because it's computer vision, right?
Yeah.
But let them even understand this anatomy of the eye, and what is this digital eye strain or computer vision. Because I'm sure they're like, why did Dr. Metos go into, or how does the eye, whatever happen? But let us know what is computer vision syndrome or digital eye strain, but the anatomy of the eye is
and
very
how
important.
it affects
Anatomy of
eye.
the eye and what happens when you look at the light, the transmission, the process, what converts
we have the eye.
Yes, so
This thing,
You remember I said something about how the light emitted from screens have shorter wavelengths.
the blue one, right?
Yeah, and have higher energy. Now, can I pick up?
Yes, please. This is, it's all yours. It's all yours.
Okay, so this is a demo or schematic eye, as we call it. And you have all the muscles over here that help your eyes rotate. And then when I open this up, you have the cornea. The cornea is actually transparent. So when you look at the eyes, you feel like, oh, I can see the black parts.
Yeah.
But the black part is not the first layer. There's actually a top layer
coverage.
Eye shining, right?
called the cornea. It's transparent. It's just like a transparent film that covers the whole eyes. And it's highly responsible for your prescription.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the shape of your eyes, some people would say oval shape or baseball shape or round shape, is synonymous with whether you're going to be short-sighted, you're going to be long-sighted, or you're going to be astigmatic. The shape of all our corneas. So the shape of that,
determining factor.
yes, is a very strong determining factor. And remember, I said the cornea is that transparent layer. I think they try to represent. We try to But my patients have helped me to make
So
this
remove
less
it.
cunning. It has become cloudy, but normally, and it does get cloudy, but that's another topic for another day due to infections and a whole lot. But focusing now on refractive error, it's usually transparent. And then that's how light passes through. So when light comes in, it goes this way, hits the cornea, goes over to the pupil. And remember that, oh yeah, you know, the iris, the pupil. And remember that it dilates.
Yes, because of the light that comes.
So when in the daytime, the natural pupil is constricted. So this hole we see here might not be as big. Sorry, I mean,
It's
you
okay.
have to.
Don't worry.
Might not be as big as normal, but at night, for all of us, because it's dark. It dilates, it becomes bigger. And then that's how light passes through, goes into the aqueous, and you know, that's the middle of the eyes over here, goes, and then it falls on our retina and areas where we call the macular area that's responsible for vision. I like the question. What this summarizes to tell you is that vision is very interesting.
It is, because
So-
look at what I'm looking at.
Both factors from the front of your eye
Goes to the
and
brain.
even to the back,
brain.
to the brain, is what results in I am a -1, I am a -2,
Okay.
I am a -3. Now let's link it back to computer vision
Exactly.
syndrome. Now when that heavy wave, short wavelength or high energy light from the screen hits your eyes, it's so strong, and naturally the eyes are not designed to take that level of energy, and that's why it causes a lot of discomfort, from the tearing to the frontal headaches to blurred vision. In fact, some people were so extra sensitive to light because of the shape of their cornea that you see them do this squint, or you see them say, reduce the light, it's too much, you know. And that's why computer vision syndrome is a big deal now, because all of us, including all of us today, everything is going digital. The world is going digital, whether you're adults or children. Although research shows that it affects the older adults more. Reason being that you were working, and as we get older, our everyday task is reduced to visual tasks.
Okay.
The more you get older, the more your tasks are reducing to more of visual tasks, coupled with other age-related issues that happen in the eye. It's a very wonderful topic, and I'm glad that you chose to talk about this.
Okay. So what are the symptoms of when you see a patient or an individual who has a computer
Vision
syndrome? What are the things that you see? What are the presentation?
So, will I say luckily, sometimes a couple of patients will just come in complaining of difficulty with reading. I can't see things far, I can't see things clear. Sometimes they'll say, oh, the light in my office makes me so uncomfortable. And because it's a shared space, I can't keep telling people, put up the lights.
Yeah.
We hardly find people whose diagnoses are just singularly computer vision syndrome.
True.
It's always a correlation of other factors. Either the patient is myopic, the patient is hyperopic, more discomfort from astigmatic patients, and then when they come in, by the time we get to the root of what your diagnoses are, we now also realize that the screens or your eyes are also very sensitive to the light emitted from screens, be it computers or phones or whatever form of screens.
Myopic is just short-sightedness.
Myopic is short-sightedness, hyperopia is long-sightedness, and the tricky one is the astigmatism, which is somewhere in between, and is usually related to the shape of your cornea. You know,
This is getting very
interesting.
Yeah, because you know, like you said earlier, it's not like a clinical diagnosis.
No.
It's in association with other
yeah,
things.
it's always in
Yeah,
association.
and the fact that you know it's more common among the elderly.
Yeah, interesting. When I saw that research, you know, I know that the physician is a very intelligent platform to be on. So I needed to clarify my figures.
Yeah.
And then prior to now, I would have imagined that you guys have tagged me Gen Z and everything.
Yes.
I would have imagined that the Gen Zs would be more exposed because they're other. But research shows that the older adults are more prone to computer
We are
vision
going to
syndrome.
deep dive into this because I'm still trying to
wrap your head
Yeah,
around?
wrap my head right, because Gen Z is like, you have to practically drag them away from the
Their
screens as
phones,
against the adults.
games, yeah.
In recent time, there was an eclipse that happened. Though it didn't come to this part of the world, but as a younger child, I remember that when we do have those kind of partial eclipse, we would assemble, bring a bowl of water. Of course, the bowl has to be clear, and then we are not allowed to look up to check, but we will look into the water so that we'll be able to nip it on board. How does that, with this blue light that you said, it comes and it affects the eye. With eclipse, what is that relationship?
So you can imagine that the regular blue lights from the screens have a lot of this effect on the eyes. And that's why it was interesting to hear how the eclipse was viewed in the past. But now it is mandatory. There's a lot of sensitization all over the place to make sure you're not looking at the eclipse with your normal eyes. And the effect is instantaneous. So it's not even a thing where, later on I'll experience the negative effects of looking at that eclipse. Instantaneous. There's a lot of pressure build up on the eyes. There's some people will experience pain. It's amazing that some people just like to use themselves for experiment. Partial blindness, like you said. And that's why even the regular sunglasses are not certified for eclipse. Your regular prescription lenses are not certified for eclipse. So I remember that even on the media, I'd seen sales and sensitization on particular lenses that help. Now, why are these lenses different?
Exactly.
They help to reduce the amount of light coming from the eclipse and getting directly into your eyes. So a regular sunglasses will not do the work. There's UV 400, UV 800. When you hear those UV, that's ultraviolet rays, and there are different materials, aesthetic designs right now to reduce the amount of ultraviolet rays that are getting into your eyes because of the negative effect and symptoms it could cause.
Very, very interesting. And I please chuckled when I heard you say you just heard about how it was viewed in the past.
Yeah, she said Gen Z does
in the past. So I can't remember the basin and what even my son told me in the school they used to use from the pool, the swimming pool, they could do that. So how do you now minimize, now taking us back to this, our computer vision syndrome, how do you minimize the effects?
Yeah, that's a very good
How do you
question.
minimize the effects?
Meaning, what's the solution?
Yeah, what steps can be taken?
So first thing says, I'll start from what a layman can do on themselves before even coming to the clinic. 20-20-20 rule. We try to educate people on the 20-20 rule. What that means is that every 20 minutes, you look away from your screen, your phone, for about 20 seconds. In fact, sometimes they say count 1 to 20, and then before coming back to your screen. What that 20-20-20. So you look away from your screen for say about 20 feet for about 20 seconds, thereabouts, and then before coming back to your screen. This helps your eyes to relax. It also helps with prolonged exposure to the screen. It also helps you relax because it's also an ergonomic rule. Apart from the eye clinic, for workplace safety, it's also advised. Talking about ergonomics in the office space or wherever you work from, because a lot of people now work from home. In fact, I'm trying to change career because when I look left or right, everybody is working from home. Everybody is working from home.
We need you as our family here, the doctor. No.
You know, so with that, from wherever you're working, make sure you're sitting the right way. There's supposed to be an angle from where your screen, either your phone or your screens, your computer screens are supposed to be from your eyes. Now, I can talk about the phone because we all mostly work. In fact, every app is now on your phone. Yeah. Your phone is supposed to be calculated for about 45 centimeters from your eyes.
So this is how you should hold your phone? Seriously?
Yeah. See, I gave you that secret. Not this way.
45?
Yeah. So in the clinic, when we see somebody doing like this, we know there's a problem.
Yes.
Or when we see someone do like this, we know there's a problem. Okay. Now for the screens, the computer screens, however, are calculated at arm's length. So arm's length is somewhere between 85 to 90. You know?
So are you saying that for computer screens, it should be arm's length
It
away
should
from
be
your
about, yeah,
closest
it should
sitting
be about
position?
arm's length because it reduces the amount of light coming into your eyes, you know. So that's also very important.
It's very interesting
Yeah,
because I'm
very,
just trying to calculate the size of the table.
yeah, it's very interesting. So ergonomics is very important. Your workspace lighting too. Some people have their workspace overlighted. Some other people have their workspace very dim and they struggle to see. Now for the devices, we thank God for research, and now there are a lot of innovations to reduce the light either from your screen on the computer or from your phones. So it's good to maximize some of these things that are available for free. You know, that's another one. And lastly, I would say eat well, general health. Because remember I told you that it's a lot related to other things, either age-related diseases, refractive error, short-sightedness, and what have you. So overall, a good overall health practice is very, very good and will help to reduce it. And then the final one is when you go into the eye clinic, always ask for protective lenses. Like we have you, I can see you're wearing something called the Crizal lens, and this is very good. It's very protective, and trust me, whether in the sun or inside of the house or office, it reduces the amount of light coming into your eyes. It's so important because pterygium and cataracts and a few other diseases or diagnoses are highly related to the eye exposure to sunlight.
So, there's a lot. Well, she wears glasses, so it's good that, you know, she's doing the right thing, because on this show, being a physician and you are the host and you are not doing the right thing, then it becomes an issue. So this is very important right now. Yes, CVS, as it is, the short form of computer vision syndrome, is not a clinical diagnosis as per se, but what are the potential long-term effects if left untreated? What are the complications? What are those things we should watch out for so that, you know, it doesn't get into something more disastrous?
Very, very nice question. And one of the things was the last conversation where I said it's always good to, when you go into the clinic, speak to your doctors to have anti-reflex or Crizal, the different variation of aesthetic aesthetic designs to protect your eyes from the light. That's one. Now, talking about the effects, long-term effects, severe migraines. And severe migraines can affect your productivity completely, whether you're an adult or you're a child. So one of the strong things we like to make sure we're making sure that we can preempt or prevent from happening is making sure that you don't experience severe headaches. Because sometimes you might even think that the headaches are coming from something else.
Are you telling me?
So many times people walk into my clinic and Dr. Google has told them that they have wonderful things that I won't even like to mention. Meanwhile, it's just a very long-term high exposure to blue light. So I will want to hit on migraines. The family of migraines, when I call it family, include eye strain. They include pain. In fact, funny enough, I've had people who come into the clinic and they never diagnosed the glaucoma or intraocular pressure, but they've probably experienced long visual tax from work. Maybe they're closing an account or it's end of the year and they've just been on screens, and you come in and you check their intraocular pressure and it's high. And this is not, there's nothing, no other symptom to give this patient a diagnosis of glaucoma. By the time we dive down into their everyday lifestyle, we realize that's the foundation. Get them to rest, get them protective lenses. They come back 2 weeks later and you know, they could work in somewhere else and they will just be managed for intraocular. Meanwhile, it's nothing. It's just that. So it's very important that this information is out there.
Okay, before you end, your final words, now that you have said all these things that are associated with computer visual syndrome, diagnosis made, the effects, is it reversible? If a patient comes out with all this on, just staying away and doing the normal thing, will it reverse the damage?
Yes, that's good news. So there's good news. And Dr.
Thank God it doesn't end.
She's opened it, it doesn't end over. She's opened the door to good news. So there's good news. Good news is that if you can find yourself into practice for management and eye clinic, wherever you can be managed clinically, medically, properly, there is good news, and the good news is that it can be reversed, the symptoms can go away, your eyes can be managed properly, and you can even prevent worse symptoms prevent yourself from experiencing worse symptoms.
And I think this is where we want to end it today, because it's not every time the story starts with boom, 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 then you think it's all going to end in a bad light. At this point in time, it ended so well.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you for having me. I'm always happy to be here.
That means we don't even need to ask you. We know when we call you, you'll
I
be
will
right.
be up here, just like that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And to all our audience, if you missed today, make sure you follow us on YouTube and watch it. And send the link to people around you. We are in a digital savvy world. And as you heard, computer vision syndrome is not for the Gen Zs and the Alpha generation we thought it's supposed to be more. It's now more amongst us as adults. And if you have these constant headaches, migraines, it's a good thing for you to check out if it's, is related to the computer vision syndrome. But as you heard again, we rounded it up in a very nice note. If you don't treat it, it can be complicated. But if you get to see your doctor on time, all these symptoms will disappear and you live a normal, healthy life. But make sure your screen time is reduced and follow the 20-20-20 rule. Yeah. My name is Dr. Memuna Yusuf Kadri. Until next time, remain blessed.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shoyombo. I was actually going to ask you to repeat that rule, 20-20-20, so that they will hear properly. What does the 20 represent again? First 20 minutes?
Every 20 minutes, you take away from your eyes from the screen for 20 minutes. Let it be about 20 feet. Look at something 20 feet away before bringing your eyes back.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shoyombo.
Thank you very
much. We really appreciate your comment. And to advance others, all I want to say is remember the 20-20 rule. My name is Dr. Martina Agbere. Remember to follow us on social media platforms. And if you want to be part of this program, like Dr. Shoyombo, just send us an email and you'll be right here. Take care and God bless you.
Every day and in every way, enjoy that I find support. No matter the role you play, nutrient pack supplement for you and me. In your body, that I fight you.
Darvite nutritional supplement is loaded with essential multivitamins, minerals, and natural ingredients that helps you to be at your best. Darvite from LB Pharma. Darvite, love yourself.